Good evening, everyone. This is a regular meeting of the Ferndale Schools Board of Education held Monday, February 23rd, 2026. Our meeting is being video recorded and will be posted on the Ferndale Schools YouTube channel. All meetings in the Ferndale Schools are held in public in compliance with the Open Meetings Act. Printed documents discussed in tonight's meeting are available to the public upon request, with the exception of any information protected by student or employee privacy rights. Board meeting information is posted on our website at www.ferndaleschools.org. If you do not have internet access and need information, please contact the board offices at 248-586-8652 by Thursday of the week prior to the meeting, and district staff will do their best to work with you. Ms. Shepard, could we do roll call?
Crumrine.
Here.
Dookie.
Here.
Hart. Here. Newman.
Here.
President Delavard.
Here.
Thank you.
Approval of the agenda. Any comments on tonight's agenda? All right, hearing none. Move to second item, presentations. First presentation is coming to us from Oakland County Commissioner on a resolution. Yep. You can just introduce yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Board President. My name is Yolanda Smith-Charles, and I'm the Oakland County Commissioner representing District 17, which is a portion of Southfield, all of Oak Park, all of Royal Oak Township, and all of Lathrop Village. And the month of January, as most of you probably know, is recognized as School Board Recognition Month. And you're right, it's not January, it's February. However, life be lifing. So here we are. I know you had a couple of really packed agendas over the last few weeks, and so working with staff, just wanted to make sure I didn't find myself here at a time when you had hundreds of things to vote on. So board members, looking at your faces, for those of you who are unaware, I spent 9 wonderful years on the Southfield Board of Education, where I was board president at a time, vice president, treasurer, and secretary. It was a goal I had. I was like, I want to check off each one. And so I also went through a couple iterations of school superintendent searches. So I've been there, done that. I happen to have grown up with Camille, which is a very, very nice thing to be able to say. So if I may, just want to read a few things from here to encourage you all to keep up the good work. Ferndale Public Schools Board of Education. Whereas it is an honor to recognize the dedicated public servants who ensure that Oakland County Schools maintain standards of excellence in education and continue to nurture the minds and spirits of our students. Oakland County is home to 28 local school districts and administers educational opportunities to more than 175,000 students. You all are responsible for guiding everything from school funds to approving curricula and courses, including standards for what students must learn to be able to do. You guys employ school leadership, including your superintendent, staff, teachers, support personnel. You levy taxes. I see something coming on your agenda. Creates a safe and orderly climate for learning and teaching, and you track the progress towards the goals of your students to report those out appropriately. School board members represent the views and priorities of the community. They serve and reinforce the principle of local control over public education. And under the guidance of your 7-member board, Ferndale Public Schools educates more than 3,000 students, each from Oak Park, Ferndale, Pleasant Ridge, and the charter township of Royal Oak. With a hometown small school atmosphere, the district provides a wide range of curricula and offers maximizing students' participation and maintaining a community feel. So great job to you all. And in celebration of School Board Recognition Month, myself, Charlie Cavell, who's the commissioner for much of Ferndale and other parts of Oakland County, as well as the Michigan Association of School Boards, the Michigan Department of Education, all of your students, all of your staff here at Ferndale Public School, we want to thank you guys, you 7 folks, for everything that you do tirelessly. I remember those cold chicken sandwiches and no pay. And, you know, you might get a little laptop from time to time. So really, from the bottom of my heart and from all of the students in Oakland County, we thank you. And this is on behalf of the chair of the board, Mr. David T. Woodward, myself, Commissioner Cavell, as I said, and we do proclaim January as School Board Recognition Month here in the county local. So I'd be happy to present this to you, Mr. Board President.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I can think so.
You want a photo? Okay. What was that?
Yeah, you can.
Would you like to? Yeah.
Where should we stand?
Right here? Just because you don't fit right in here. You have the resolution?
No. We see it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Charles.
So much.
Thank you, Commissioner Charles, for your previous service and everything you did for Oakland County. It's greatly appreciated by all of us. You also have a lot on your plate as well, so it's really appreciated. Next item, presentation, Code of Conduct Revisions Committee. Mr. Rickman.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good day. Real quick, it's always a pleasure to come up and present to you guys and just kind of, hone in on some of the things and stay connected on what we're doing and up to date. So our Code of Conduct Revision Committee, again, as part of our ongoing commitment to maintain a safe, supportive, and equitable learning environment for all students, we'll be convening our annual Code of Conduct Revision Committee to review our current Code of Conduct and determine the revisions and updates are necessary. The purpose of the committee is to evaluate the effectiveness, clarity, consistency, and equity of our current expectations and disciplinary procedures. We will also examine whether our code of conduct remains on pace with our current priorities and student needs. Our Code of Conduct Revision Committee will consist of school administrators, teachers, support staff, students, PTO, PTA representation, district level representation, and community partners. So roughly around 20 people. Next steps, selection of our Code of Conduct Revision Committee, Code of Conduct survey to stakeholders, and initiate our Code of Conduct Revision Committee meetings starting in late March. Proposed revisions, if any, will be submitted to Superintendent Hibbler before the end of the school year.
All right. Thank you.
Any questions with portion of the Code of Conduct?
Just a quick one. How often will we be doing the revisions?
We look at it every year just to see if we need to do revisions or not, because as kids are constantly changing, the needs are constantly changing. So we just want to make sure that it's flexible and we evaluate every year our code of conduct on what we can do better, what's working, what's not working. A lot of times you get new violations. For example, when vaping came out, right? Like you needed to revise your code of conduct to make sure that vaping was implemented as well. So
Excellent.
on the NIL,
Yeah, let's go to next presentation, which is the MHSAA NIL guidelines.
I was excited that, many people wanted to know about NIL. So NIL stands for name, image, and likeness. The MHSAA calls it PBA, which is personal branding activity. So in January 2026, the Michigan High School Athletic Association expanded its rules so athletes can make money from their own name, image, and likeness through individual deals. So that we are the 46th state to have that approved. So it is, I think the MHSA did a really good job of honing in. It's very, very restrictive as well. Next. So things that they could do now. So now student athletes can earn and monetize through social media promotions, autograph signings, appearances, camps, lessons, and trainings, sell the merchandise, sports cards, apparel, and modeling and ads. And any way they can use their personal branding and marketing as they see fit and be monetized for it, which is a big change now. What they still cannot do, Michigan's model is very restrictive, as I just said, compared to college, is no pay for play, no NIL collectives. Many people, if you know what an NIL collective is, in college right now, they have NIL collectives where alumni or sponsors of the school pool in their money and essentially treat it as a salary cap and give kids money to pay to play. Okay, so we can't have NIL collectives. No boosters arranged deals. No school logos, uniforms, and facilities promotions. No deals during school practice and games. Coaches and schools cannot help or facilitate deals. Money cannot be tied to performance, stats, awards, or wins. And at no time can it be for any attending school or be incentivized to attend a school or remain at a school. So this protects our competitive balance right now in MHSA in Michigan. Who actually benefits the most? In reality, this mainly impacts high-profile athletes, mainly football and basketball recruits, athletes with large social media followings, elite prospects, and big markets. They now have legal ways to monetize their visibility. Most athletes will see little or no financial change. It's almost like an anomaly. You have some of the top ones, like last year, I believe they projected that maybe only 7 or 8 athletes in Michigan would have been able to monetize off their NIL in Michigan for student athletes, high school. Concern from ADs and coaches. Some Michigan schools are worried about the following: competitive gaps, bigger markets equals more opportunities, small and rural schools, fewer deals, administrative workload, which is me, monitoring deals, compliance, reporting, making sure that we stay in compliance as well. Shift in focus, fear that athletes will start chasing money over development, and that's parents too. Prioritizing brand over tech. And many people, in terms of public versus private, many people are concerned that the private schools with more money be incentivizing students to come there. So again, I put on you guys' on the table for you guys. Again, it's just an NIL PBA overview. You can read it at your leisure. It just has what's allowed, what's not allowed. And like I said, we're continuing to educate ourselves as we go. I'm pretty sure they're going to be modifying and revising things as, people see fit. Any questions about NIL, PBA? Go ahead.
Yeah, so just so I'm understanding, any deal would have to be approved by the MHSAA, that's right?
Yes, all approved. We have to be transparent, and everything has to be disclosed to the MHSAA. So they have to approve it too.
Right. What, you said you have a role in some of this oversight.
Yes.
What does that look like?
So, first and foremost, we have to make sure that anybody associated with Ferndale Public Schools, whether that be coaches, myself, partners, are not facilitating these deals. So a kid, for example, that plays football, he is able to go facilitate his own deals, but we cannot broker it. Anybody that's a alumni that donates money to us or any capacity cannot be the ones facilitating this. Then when they get one, I would have to go through the compliance through the MHSAA and ensure that it's transparent, disclose all money, all contracts, all documentation. That's it. Well, I know most of it would be some of our kids that have like huge followings online. Those are the ones the businesses are going to target, obviously. We've had, to my knowledge, it's about 12 kids already. As soon as they approved it, got some type of deals already. And usually it is local businesses. It just can't be facilitated by me or anybody associated with the school. And when they do get the deal, they cannot have logo on for Ferndale. They cannot do anything on Ferndale grounds. It has to be their identity, their name, image, and likeness on its own.
More questions? Excellent.
No.
Thank you, sir.
Always appreciate the opportunity to come talk to you guys.
Thank you.
Is that for public comment? Did you want? She filled out the sheet for public
Kim
comment.
gets it.
Kim.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kim, right.
All right, so we have some folks here for public comment. I'm going to read the introduction to public comment, and then Ms. Shepherd will run through who signed up for public comment, and then we'll take any additional public comments after that. This is the time for public participation in the meeting. The Board of Education intends for the public to have many opportunities to address the board and administration of their school district. These include email, phone calls, face-to-face meetings, community gatherings, public hearings, and other public meetings. We welcome individual and group input into the important issues that confront our schools. As noted at the top of the agenda, this is a meeting of the school board open to the public. We want to provide fair and impartial guidelines for participation as required by the Open Meetings Act and to encourage transparency and equal treatment for everyone in attendance. We also recognize that an effective meeting facilitates better discussion, better decisions, and promotes openness by allowing more people to stay for the full length of the meeting. To meet these goals, please note the following. We ask that you identify yourself and list contact information on a comment sheet to help administrators follow up with you on your comment. If you don't wish to do it in writing, please identify yourself at the podium, and if you need a response, please provide contact information with an administrator after the meeting. I will call on people who have completed comment sheets first. Each person will have one opportunity to address the board for up to 3 minutes. Comments or questions should be directed to the board president. The secretary or vice president will raise your hand when your time is within a few seconds of expiring. This period of public comment is for both non-agenda items and issues that are on the agenda. Public comments will end at the close of this part of agenda. In the event that the number of people wishing to comment requires longer than 30 minutes, public comment will be temporarily postponed after 30 minutes, and time will be added to the end of the meeting for those who did not have a chance to speak. Complaints about staff should be made outside of board meetings and should follow the applicable board policy. Please contact the superintendent's office if you have any questions regarding this item. The board cannot respond to complaints about employees in public. This is meant to promote fairness to the staff person and the complainant. The Ferndale Public Schools community acts with great civility toward one another. Please help us to maintain that tradition during public comment. Okay, so I've got one form for public comment. Additional public comment? All right, with that, I'm going to close public comment and move to the consent agenda. We have 4 items on the consent agenda. Request to approve the minutes of the special meeting committee of the whole, Monday, January 5th, 2026. Second, request to approve minutes of the special meeting, Monday, February 2nd, 2026. Third, request to approve new hires, resignations, and leave of absence. 4, request to approve bills and accounts, January check register. I have one minor change. David was not at the February 2nd meeting. The minutes show him in attendance. So we just need to make that change.
I was there in spirit,
You were, yes.
taking cold showers.
Okay. Motion to approve consent agenda?
I think,
Go ahead.
I think you could first. I'll second.
Moved by trustee Hart, seconded by trustee Newman. Secretary Newman, apologies. You roll call?
Fromreich,
Yes.
Dookie,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Newman,
Yes.
President De La Barre.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to action items. We have 7 action items to evaluate. First one being request to approve the Oakland County Regional Enhancement Millage Resolution. Assistant Superintendent Wright.
Good evening, everyone. So this board agenda item was presented to you in the committee of the whole. Would you like for me to read the resolution?
If you could just give us a high-level update
High level.
or just overview, sorry.
Sure. Earlier it was mentioned that there are 28 school districts in Oakland County. Among those 28 districts, there's an opportunity for districts to take advantage of a regional opportunity for an enhancement millage. The millage will be passed based on the majority vote, meaning that not necessarily by individual school districts, but the majority vote of those school districts then encompass the majority of students in the county. And I believe we talked about Novi being one of them, and I think Troy. if you recall. So if those two school districts were to pass this millage, that means that all the other school districts in the county would also be afforded the opportunity. In August, I believe this will be presented on the ballot for local communities to vote on. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to pass just within Ferndale, but overall within the county. If the majority vote is among those two communities I mentioned previously, then all school districts will benefit.
Excellent. So again, this is just for our support of putting the millage on the ballot.
On the ballot, yes, sir.
Any questions? Can you get a motion?
Do you have any, you want to discuss it?
Oh, sorry.
Discuss?
We'll do discussion after
Oh,
Yeah, I was
you
after
want-
motions.
okay,
Yeah.
I can do it.
Okay. I move to approve the Oakland County Regional Enhancement Millage Resolution.
Second.
Motion moved by Trustee Hart, seconded by Trustee Crumry. Any discussion?
There's already like a vote yes committee being formed, or like the plans are moving ahead.
The plans are moving ahead, and I think I failed to mention that for those school districts that opt to have the resolution on the ballot, they're responsible for the campaigning, right? Independently on their own. But certainly this is moving forward.
And then just for the public's knowledge, are we aware of how much money our district would get if this does get on the ballot and is approved?
Yes, we are. It's not here, so I'm going to go over memory. If I
Okay.
remember correctly, it's close to 759,000, something like that, that we would be afforded. Do you remember seeing it done?
7 is
But
the
I-
number that's in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
I remember the
That's what I remember as
759.
well.
That's the number that's in my head. But I can get that for
Good,
you. Okay.
thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Any additional discussion?
And assuming that this is approved and on the ballot, we should plan to do some public.
Ms. Shepard, would you like to do roll call, please?
Dookie?
Yes.
Hart? Yes.
Newman.
Yes.
Crumrine.
Yes.
President Delabarne.
Yes. 5-0. Second item, 5.2, request to review and approve schools of choice for the 2026-27 school year.
Good evening, everybody.
The
Evening.
Tom Shelton, Director of HR and Enrollment for the district. Bringing a proposal to you this evening, which has been revised since we last discussed it at our committee of the whole meeting. What I'd like to do is briefly summarize it and talk about some of the changes that we made since we had our discussion at committee of the whole. So, as you know, our annual selection or our annual election to participate in school of choice is typically done around this time. And we are recommending limited school of choice in our K-12 programs, as well as participation in the 105C, which is our contiguous county school of choice for University High School. So since we discussed this at committee of the whole, the revisions that you'll notice are, first of all, at the kindergarten level. We had significant discussion about kindergarten. The original suggestion at kindergarten level was 5. However, in discussion both with Ms. Schmidt at FECC as well as leadership at Ferndale Lower, we have 20 Oakland County students at FECC right now who would like to transition to Ferndale Lower. And we revised our recommendation for kindergarten upwards to try to accommodate those students currently at FECC that we would like to accommodate in kindergarten. The first grade, number 12, you'll remember, is reflective of, first of all, some available seats in that grade level, but also 12 students who are currently under superintendent waivers in the kindergarten class that will be going up to first grade that we would like to provide the opportunity to participate in school of choice. Currently at FECC, we have again 20 Oakland County residents, not Ferndale residents, 5 with siblings, and we have also 32 students in our first 5 classrooms. So kindergarten is always the tricky one because we don't know what our resident enrollment is going to be for our incoming kindergarten. We obviously have some indications. We have our historical trends, our participation in some of our early events at Ferndale Lower, like our kindergarten orientation program. And so the general trend, especially at the elementary level, you'll notice is that our resident enrollment is strong and has over the last several years shown itself to be strong. So beyond kindergarten and first grade, we've revised those projections, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. We are not recommending school choice at this time at those levels. Another trend you'll see is in terms of building capacity, in terms of staffing capacity, a good number for us is 180 per grade, K-12. So as we work with our numbers, we try to manage that number as closely as we can through resident enrollment, obviously, but also through school choice. Our current 5th grade moving up to 6th grade at the middle school, our projections show that we have a capacity for 10 additional students at that grade level. Current 6th and current 7th, which will be next year's 7th and 8th grade, we do not see capacity at those grade levels. So we're not recommending school choice for 7th or 8th grade at that time. At that grade level, excuse me. And then Ferndale High School, 9th and 10th grade. Traditionally, we have not done school choice past the 10th grade. And in working with Principal Griffin and the staff at Ferndale High School, looking at numbers and move-ups, we can accommodate 10 students at each of those grade levels. As you know, if our interest during our school of choice window exceeds these numbers that you see in front of you tonight, we will have to do lotteries to determine placement. And so we are prepared to do that in the enrollment department. So again, the big factors that we look at in making these projections, first of all, managing our staffing and our building constraints. Our building constraints are a big deal for us, especially at the elementary level, where currently at our new Ferndale Lower, we are bursting at the seams, and those numbers are creeping up to our upper elementary in the next couple years. So we're trying to manage those numbers very carefully. I talked about maintaining a target enrollment of 180 per grade. And also taking some steps in terms of that transition from the early childhood center to Ferndale Lower, making sure that we're communicating appropriately with parents, and also making sure that we're welcoming students to the district where we can. So I can answer any questions anybody have. I hope I hit the broad highlights there, but I can answer questions that anybody has.
Questions for Mr. Sheldon? Nope. Get a motion?
I'll second.
Moved by Secretary Newman, seconded by Trustee Hartz. Roll call.
Hart,
Yes.
Newman,
Yes.
Crumrine,
Yes.
Dookie,
Yes.
President De La Barre.
Yes. Thanks, Tom.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, 5.3, request to approve the fiber structured cabling E-rate project.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
I'm the Senior Technology Coordinator for the district. I'm Andrew Halsey. Met you all at the Committee of the Whole meeting earlier in the month. Tonight, for the board, for your consideration, is the E-rate fiber structure cabling project, as we discussed at that meeting. And then kind of an overview of that project. It's just to replace 2 fiber cable runs between network closets at 2 of our buildings, University High School and Ferndale Upper Elementary School, and then also to replace one of our network racks at Ferndale Upper Elementary School. We are using the federal E-rate funds to help offset the cost of the remaining portion that would be covering from our bond, and then the technology allocation portion of that bond. For the actual bid, we had 3 responses, and then we are recommending the lowest qualified bidder, which is Division 27. Their bid included fiber cables, optics, and labor for the install. and then also the AAA 26U wall mount replacement rack over at Upper Elementary. Does anyone have any questions?
Questions, Mr. Halden? All right. Request a motion.
I move to approve the fiber structure cable rate project.
Second.
Motion by trustee Dookie, seconded by trustee Crumrine. Any discussion? All right, roll call.
Newman,
Yes.
Crumrine,
Yes.
Dookie,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
President De La Rey.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, on to 5.4, request to approve the network electronics E-rate project.
All right, this one's me as well, as you can guess. For your consideration is the network electronics E-rate project. This project has two separate components, so it's a little bit bigger than the other one. The first component is to upgrade the aging network switches across most of our buildings, including the district core network and the building level network switches. And all of our district buildings, including the high school and the middle school, excluding. Sorry about that. The second component is for additional uninterrupted power supply units, which is basically our battery backups for our closets, to address the updated power requirements of these new switches that we'll be installing. We are also using the federal E-rate funds for this project to offset the cost. The remaining portion that we'll be covering under our bond, and then technology portion allocation. For this one, we had 4 bids, and then we are also recommending the lowest qualified bidder, which is Delta Networks, with their extreme network switch solution to upgrade our aging equipment throughout the district, and then also Eaton UPS units to supplement our existing UPS units. Does anyone have questions about this?
Are we or you responsible for post-install support, or is the company that does the install?
So Delta Networks will be doing the install, and then afterwards they hand it off to us to support it.
Okay,
going
so yeah,
forward.
once everything's installed, it's on
Yep.
you for updates.
Yep.
All the
Yeah, we do have license terms. We have a perpetual license, and then they do support us too.
got it.
But we're mainly in charge.
Sorry about that.
Good.
All right. I'm going for you. Making all these motions and seconding, but
I move to approve the network electronics E-rate project.
Second.
all right, we have a motion from trustee Dookie and seconded by secretary Newman. Roll call.
Crumrine,
Yes.
Dookie,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Newman,
Yes.
President De La Rey.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Halsey.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, item 5.5, request to approve new AP classes. Mr. Mays.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So as we talked about a couple weeks ago, we are interested in having a few new advanced placement courses approved for our high school students. AP Pre-Calculus, AP Seminar, and AP Business with Personal Finance are the 3 courses that we are hoping you will approve. Questions?
Questions? All right. And I get a motion.
Yep.
So,
Whoa.
I move to approve the new AP classes.
Second.
So we got a motion from trustee Hart, seconded by trustee Dookie. Any discussion? All right, roll call.
Dookie,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Newman,
yes.
Crumrine,
Yes.
President De La Rey.
Yes. Item 5.6, request to approve Project Rise.
First of all, thank you for approving the advanced placement courses. Project Rise was again presented at Committee of the Whole, initially drafted by staff at University High School, but we're asking for approval at all of our high schools because we think it's a great course or great opportunity for students.
All right.
Gonna ask if you
questions?
could just
Yeah.
share a little bit more, just for the public to
Yeah.
know what RISE.
Sure. So Project Rise is a multidisciplinary course where students will be together with 3 classroom teachers for a period of 2 hours during the day. And they will receive science credit, social studies credit, and sorry, I should have this. Sorry, ELA credit. It'll be a 10th grade course. So students will be working on real world projects while learning ELA standards, science standards, and social studies standards. Thank you.
Any additional question for Mr. Mays? All right, motion.
To adopt the approved project rise.
Second.
Motion from Secretary Newman, seconded by Trustee Crumrine. Any discussion? I'll just say, I know when I say like you're excited about things, and you don't say excited about the other things, it makes it seem like you're not excited. I'm excited about the other things, but I really do like this idea of doing, you know, cross-functional classes across each other for kids to really see like how all this stuff needs to work together. So really excited to see this get going and what the impact is.
Me too. I think we spend too much time, as we say in the education world, in silos. Middle school and high school students spend way too much time in silos. They learn math in isolation of all of the other things. You know. So having these multidisciplinary opportunities, I think, is a great application of learning in a much more authentic setting. So thank you for that.
Roll call.
Hart? Yes. Newman?
Yes.
Crumrine?
Yes.
Dookie? Yes. President De La Barra.
Yes. All right, item 5.7, request to approve Project Lead the Way.
So this is our last request for tonight. Again, at the high school level, Project Lead the Way Principles of AI. We believe firmly that if we don't get ahead of the learning curve on AI with our students, that we are leaving it up to chance that they will learn things on their own. So we want to make sure that we are helping students learn proper uses and correct uses of AI, artificial intelligence.
Questions for Mr. Mace? All right, entertain a motion.
Move to approve Project Lead the Way AI.
Second.
We have a motion from Trustee Dookie and seconded by Trustee Crumrine. Any discussion?
I'll just say I hope that we can, I don't know if you've had any feedback, that maybe would have been a question, but if you've had any feedback from the school community, I know this is a very hot button issue, so just hoping we can have something that explains to students and the community why we're adopting this and what it would actually entail.
Absolutely.
Yes, take a roll call.
Newman?
Yes.
Crumrine?
Yes.
Dookie?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
President De La Barra.
Yes. All right,
Thanks,
thank you. All right, item 6, superintendent's update. Fortunately, our superintendent had some challenges traveling these last 48 hours. So, Deputy Superintendent Wright, lovely update from you.
Sure. So I agreed to step in for her. I miss her. So tonight's superintendent update is really exciting because it highlights progress on the Impact Initiative supported through the Out of School Time Grant. The initiative continues to expand meaningful learning and enrichment opportunities for students beyond the traditional school day, with a focus on academic support, engagement, and safe and structured programming. Early implementation efforts have centered on strengthening partnerships, refining program logistics, and aligning activities to students' needs and district priorities. With this, as with any large-scale rollout, the team has encountered operational challenges related to scheduling, staffing, and coordination across sites. These obstacles are not unexpected in the early stages of implementation and are being addressed through ongoing problem-solving, communication, and adjustment. Leadership remains committed to the continuous improvement and is using early lessons learned to build a stronger, more sustainable framework moving forward. Overall, the Impact Initiative represents an important investment in student opportunity and access. The district will continue monitoring progress and stabilizing operations and strengthening systems to ensure the program delivers on its intended outcomes for students and families. Next steps, stabilize program operations to ensure consistent scheduling, staffing, and site coordination. Secondly, strengthening communication to support program delivery and family engagement. And third, continue monitoring implementation and refining systems based on early lessons learned. And then tonight, we have our partners in the room with us. Royal Township is represented by Ms. Anna Capella, as well as Mr. Donovan Jackson. So if they both can take the podium, give an update.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good
evening.
evening.
My name is Ann Capella, and I'm here representing Supervisor Squalls of Charter Township of Royal Oak. And I thank you for having us here just to have an overview. My role is to present to you an overview of the fiduciary. As you are aware, the township was awarded $780,000 in after-school programs in a grant from MyLeap. I understand that this was out of the $78 million that the governor put aside, and I believe the next year availability of funding is $139 million. So while we look forward to working together, I bring a lot of partners with us. It is a program that's a little bit, Township was eligible to apply for the program. And on December 22nd, right in the middle of our holiday season, we received the award and says we have been awarded $780,000. It poses a few challenges. We are a township, a local government, and we are grateful for the partnership of Ferndale School District because without you, we couldn't do it. And I bring with me a whole team of people. Without them, we couldn't do it either. Briefly, we met with the school district superintendent, and we are grateful for her support. And lo and behold, in the last week or so, we found out we are very grateful to Oakland County. Once again, Oakland County comes to the rescue of Royal Oak Township, and we're very, very grateful. In the form of, with us, we have Jessica Wallace. She's with Ferndale Youth Assistance, and they have kindly stepped in to assist us, so we have a third partner. My goal in all of this is to watch for the program, that we meet all the laws and enforcements, and we are compliant. My partner is Miss Ina Rankin. She's a township finance director. So the two of us are kind of monitoring the money and the structure and making sure that we comply with various reports and regulations. However, the most important people are our program managers and directors and support staff, and the role that the Ferndale Youth Assistance is going to play is they really will be the employer for the many staff that we need to help us. So we are looking forward to the program. We are very grateful, and I'm glad to see my best commissioner of Oakland County, Yolanda Smith Charles. You can't even imagine how many times that commissioner has stepped up to assist us. So we do have with us, let me introduce you to the team, Mr. Toby Tonsel. He is also on the board of Parks and Recreation for the Royal Oak Township, and our chair, Mr. Armand Respris. He's also here in support. Donovan Jackson, the director, who probably is most familiar to you. He is quite the supporter of this program, and probably without him we wouldn't have ventured into this, but he really talked me into it. It's a lot of work. Also, we have Jessica Wallace, and I'm sure some of the other supporters, Mr. Johnson is here. He's done EYDL with us, so we have a great crew, and we thank you for it. If you have any questions, I have 8 binders of material in the office, but the most fun part is to give opportunities to the students, and that's probably the most important we should remember in this program. So I'm going to invite, as the gentlemen or ladies are going to give you the program. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
evening.
I'm Donovan Jackson, Director of Parks and Recreation for Royal Oak Township. As Ms. Ann stated, I cannot express how gracious we are for Ferndale School Board and Ferndale Public Schools, because without y'all, this definitely would not happen. This is going to be a huge program for the community, and we're just really excited. Secondly, I want to especially thank Ms. Wright, Superintendent Hibbler, Mr. Mays. They have been tremendous. I mean, words cannot even describe how tremendous they have been working with us to even make this happen. After a month of barriers and perseverance, we're finally to the fun part where we can actually impact some students. So today, I'm not going to be long-winded. I have some documents that I'm going to pass around. I brought some of the vendors that will be working firsthand with our students, just so you can get a character who will be around our schools and public schools. First, I'm going to introduce Martez Coleman. Martez Coleman is a phenomenal human being. He's the regional director for the National Society of Black Engineers. He's going to start the first chapter right here in Ferndale. If I'm not mistaken, it's 2 chapters. It will be Ferndale and Cass Tech. Am I right? So Ferndale, Cass Tech, I believe, is the first one, and Ferndale will be the second one. He has some next level opportunities that the kids in Ferndale can really take advantage of and really create a career, high paying career. So I'm gonna bring Martez up to say a few words.
Mr. Jackson, may I also implore you to explain exactly where the programs are going to be taking place? Okay, and when we're proposing to start, right?
Okay,
Summer and that.
Yep, so we have 5 locations: University High School, Ferndale High School, Ferndale Middle School, Ferndale Lower, TCEC. Program is we're looking forward to start Monday, March the 2nd. One of the biggest aims that we're looking at is credit recovery. Me as well, being the football coach here at Ferndale, I just take a look at transcripts on the daily, and it's a lot of kids that are failing classes, that have failed classes from 2 semesters ago, that continues to move forward, and they don't understand you're not going to graduate, or you can't even play sports, you can't even reach your maximum potential without getting those classes made up. And some of them don't know the first whereabouts to how to make up those classes. So we're really targeting credit recovery. We're really targeting kids who's under 2.0. We want to get them up to over a 2.5, and we're looking for everybody to come join this program. We're really looking to make an impact on every human being that's in Ferndale Public Schools that wants to join the program. Any other questions? So I'm gonna pass y'all off, and I'm gonna introduce our vendors so they can tell you a little bit about it.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Martez Coleman. I will make a correction. I am the regional treasurer for NSBE, which is the National Society of Black Engineers. So for the entire Midwest, I'm the treasurer, and I am currently also the pre-college initiative chair for the Detroit Professional Chapter. So what NSBE is, we are the National Society of Black Engineers. We were founded in 1975 by 6 men from Chicago at Purdue University. So essentially, we are a completely student-run organization. This organization was founded by students and is completely ran by students. And we essentially act as a community and develop each other and pulling each other up as engineers. So I got involved with this organization in college, where I was actually a charter member for Central Michigan University, and it changed my life, I would say that. So I went to my first conference and national convention in Boston, 2016. That was the first time I've ever been in a room of just professional people that look like me. There's 15,000 people at these annual conventions. So as far as how they can help our students, we have NSBE junior chapters. So they are just like any member, like a professional member, a collegiate member, they are a member of our organization. So they have all the resources. They can come to our our conventions, where they're able to interview and get some internships. I want to say at least 80% of the Fortune 500 companies are at our conventions. So a lot of students don't know that in high school, internships are a possibility. We do a lot of informing students like, hey, just because you're in high school, it don't mean you can't go get an internship with Google or Apple. They're at our conventions, and you can get your foot in those doors. And you're just surrounded by a lot of excellence there. So I've met a lot of my mentors are VPs of like Raytheon or Apple, just connections that I would not have gotten not being involved in it. So I would say it's an amazing program. And when I connected with Donovan about a year ago, I said, hey, I'm going to do the good work and just kind of help students get to where I'm at because I didn't have anybody to tell me what it meant to be an engineer. I was good at math, and they said go be an engineer. So I'm just want to do my part and bring the next generation of kids up and help them be engineers.
Amazing.
May I ask what area of engineering do you practice?
So I have my bachelor's degree in industrial engineering. I have a master's degree in robotics. So currently I am a manufacturing project engineer for Fanuc America. We are the first robotics company in the world. And essentially what I do, I don't do much engineering on a day-to-day basis these days. I'm more so operating capacity of a project manager. But I can say right now, if you follow car news, Ford just announced they're doing a new electric truck. My company is working on redoing their entire final assembly line for that plant to operate that truck, so to build that truck. So I get I live in the future at my job. The things that I'm working on won't hit the general public till like 2028. So I'm able to, that's the fun part. That's like getting a glimpse into the future.
Nice. Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Got one more vendor I want to introduce, but I just want to say something about Martez. He keeps me in the future. So when I want to know what's going on, what the kids should be in, where there's the jobs, it's going to be the high-paying jobs in the future, and how to motivate them to do that, I give Martez a call. And he's right there for us. And I'm sorry I could not go on without giving a special thank you to Jesse Wallace, who wouldn't make this possible without you, Toby Townsend, Ms. Ann Capilla, and our Mind Rest Press. But our next big vendor right here is probably the district favorite. Every kid in Ferndale Public Schools loves Coach Anthony. He's the freshman basketball coach. He works with every age range. So we also got Anthony Johnson.
Hello, everyone.
Good.
Good to see you all again. Always a pleasure to be before you. There's been some exciting conversations around this grant, so I'm extremely excited to finally be at this stage. I'm Anthony Johnson, president of the Empower Youth Development League. I'm Ferndale alum class of 2012. My organization works a lot with Royal Oak Township. I've done a lot of programming there, impacting the students of Charter Township, Royal Oak. So I'm extremely excited for the opportunity to work directly with the students of Ferndale Public Schools. We offer a wide range of programming focusing on education, mentorship, and sports. Our flagship program is Technology Tuesdays, where we partner with organizations such as NSBE, Code 313, Animation Discovery Studio, a host of others. I have a list of about 20 vendors that will be coming in to provide programming on Tuesdays related to STEM activities. We also have a curriculum called Wisdom Wednesdays, where we break down practical life skills for the students that will be participating, as well as Impact Thursdays, where we'll be bringing in high-paying career professionals such as doctors, lawyers, entertainers, and such, to show these kids a different lanes of career paths. I'm extremely passionate about this program. I did a soft pre-survey, and I took a look at the voices of the students. And what alarmed me, and it's a problem that I really want to solve here, is their reading comprehension, writing, and sentence structure. Those are just a few of the problems that I've identified that I want to help the district improve, as well as some of the issues I've heard around chronic absenteeism. I want to help the kids get back to school, be present in school, and understand the importance of being in school. It's really passionate of mine. I mean, I got the surveys I'm carrying around in my briefcase just to keep the mission near and dear to my heart. And I look forward to moving things forward over this remaining school year. So any questions for me, I'm available to answer. Thank you all.
I don't have any questions. I just want to thank you all. I mean, I tend to talk a lot, and I know there's like at least 4 of you in the audience right now that know exactly how passionate I am for this. So I want to thank you, and thanks for listening to my ramblings every so often. But no, this is huge. I appreciate all your hard work, and it ain't ending it yet. So still some hard work to go.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Any other comments? Yeah, just want to say thank you both to the township. I know this is a giant grant and a giant administrative lift, so really appreciate you all stepping up on this. Today, it's a hugely transformational grant, and Don and team, this is amazing stuff. Really, really excited to see the impacts on what y'all are doing. So really, greatly appreciate everybody here on this piece. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item 7, the debut of board updates. Oh,
We have one more.
we have one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more super update regarding Head Start.
Oh, we can keep that.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No. Okay, we're all good.
Thank you.
All right, board updates. Anything from board update members to share public?
So I think we're talking about the committee group,
Committee
subgroups. or-
groups, liaisons,
Yeah, yeah.
anything? Yes.
Okay, so my group had myself, David, and Jonathan, and we had the operating procedures document. I just shared it again to you all, so it brings it back to the top of your inbox. The only thing we looked at was formatting, because it had an antiquated formatting, the way it was numbered. So we tried to bring it as close up to date as possible on formatting, and some changes. There's some minor changes to like the calendar, like now how we've moved the evaluation and the annual org meeting. Like those things are changed in there. We're asking that everyone read it over, either add comments or suggest edits. We ask that you suggest edits and not make edits so that we can see the track changes. Did I miss anything, David?
When would you like our feedback by?
When do we need to have this finished?
Let's say, since committee of the whole is Monday, that would be a rough one. I wouldn't say Monday. Let's say we get all feedback in for next board meeting as a discussion item.
So by March 16th.
March 16th, yes.
You're gonna have to run lead on that.
Huh?
You're gonna have to run lead on that. I won't be here, so. You
Well,
got it.
speaking of running lead, the other committee is the students on the board committee, and Jackie's guidance and Lisa, we've already started to look at a document that it's a great foundation that I think Jackie and Sandra started. So we're looking to build on that with the goal of not next meeting, but I would hope to have things ready to look at, finish, and say, hey, here we are at the spring retreat. I'm not saying we necessarily have to take time at that spring retreat to discuss it, but the goal is to have that document finished and looked at by everybody so that we can turn around and start having, current 10th and 9th graders be ready for that. So I think there's work to be done. I just want to make sure that the main goals that everybody's feels included. I think, with representatives from UHS, TCEC in here. But I think a good way to do it too is that once that document's really tweaked by Lisa and I, then to let everybody know to kind of take a peek at it. We can do that before even a meeting, just so that I think by the spring retreat, if it's all good to go, then we can really move forward to having to implementing it for next year.
Excellent. Jackie, Jetson, do you want to talk about the communications? Or you want me to? I have it up. So
You have it up?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we've put together a calendar of just all the local events. A lot of it's just the stuff that Jessica, David, and myself cover with the local things, but then also as things start ramping up in the spring when the weather gets out, opportunities. I think we've gotten a framework of things that we'd like to do. I think now we need to kind of put some more meat on like what those would entail and sort of what the responsibilities would be. And then also talking about bond progress stores as well, with both elected and for the public as well. Great. Anything else anyone wants to share?
Just I was able to attend the Ferndale City Council meeting and give some updates from the school district, and it was greatly appreciated. And I'm looking forward to continuing to do that.
Same with Royal Township.
Appreciate you both making the extra time, extra night to go out and do that.
It looks like we could use someone for Oak Park or.
Oak Park, I think, has the exact same days and times as we
Okay.
do. That's the challenge with the Oak Park meetings.
Sometimes the Ferndale meetings.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to informational items, budget to actual report.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is the budget to actual report for January 2026. If you will look at the first column, it now says first amended budget, since that was approved at the last. But there's nothing too much to report. We still haven't gotten too much federal revenue yet, because they weren't approved, but now they're approved. And then in transportation, the current remaining is kind of high because we haven't received the electric buses yet. Are there any questions?
Nope, no questions. Thank you. No.
Okay,
Thank you.
All right, item 9, consideration of any full consent agenda items. We did not pull any. Item 10, next committee of the whole meeting will be Monday, March 2nd, 2026 at 6 p.m. here. Item 11, next regular board meeting will be Monday, March 16th, 2026 at 7 p.m. And now our Eagle Points of Pride / comments.
Speaking.
Go for it.
Because I'm going to take everybody. I had an amazing time with the TCEC students. Was it last week? I think it was just last week. Just amazing group of kids. Really candid discussion, and it was just, I felt like we are doing some good work here in the district because of the feedback we were getting from the students. They all really felt like they belonged, which was a huge part of what.
Thanks, Jess.
I'll go next.
Diamond Faster.
Mine's actually gonna push with, it's actually a March point of pride, but since I'm not gonna be here, I'm gonna do it now. Carol Digby, longtime musical supporter, marching band supporter, past employee, past parent. This is her last run at the musical, and she's hanging up her scissors. She's she's moving away. So if you have a chance to get out to the musical, they're doing a special, the last show, which is also like senior recognition night. They are also going to do something special for her. So I would have the opportunity to work with Carol. And I really appreciate all that she has done and given to the district. So if you happen to get a chance to see the show or see her, a good pat on the back, well wishes. It's more than she's more than deserved that.
The show will be March 14th, March 15th, March 20th, March 21st, March 22nd.
The last show is when they're gonna do that. Yeah, 22nd.
Well, my point of pride is still going to be the meet. The meet needs. I love those, and it just further proves like these kids just want to be heard. I think that it's part of. I think it's just really cool. They are. Yeah, it was just a good event. I love going to them. I could do that every week.
My point of pride is the fact that our school of choice numbers are going down and almost non-existent anymore. So I'm really excited that resident enrollment has gone up to the point where we're stabilizing and not necessarily needing as much school of choice, even at the middle school level. Good time.
Yep. Great.
5 minutes?
Yes.
That's awesome, because I want to go next. Okay, so I'm going to give a huge shout out to Alicia Bird, Special Education, Juan Rickman, our athletic director, Director of Culture and Climate, and the entire special education department because we had our first unified sports game. And when I tell you, I almost want to cry. Just, I was so excited. The students were excited. What did you say? Nice outfit to play basketball in, as one of the students said. It was just a great time. And I think our next game is coming up. Is it next week? Our next game is next week, and it's away. Okay. Well, I'm going to get the dates out because it was phenomenal. The parents were supportive. The other students were supportive. They were patient. We played against Berkeley, who Avi's been playing a long time, so they kind of beat us. But nonetheless, just a good time was had, and I'm just really proud of it. And I want to thank you so much for putting so much time and effort into recruiting the students. The parents just couldn't be out further. They were so proud to see their kids play. So thank you for that.
Really, really exciting. February's Black History Month, and just want to really just say, what great Black leadership that we have, whether it's at this table, in the school district administration, our community. It's what makes this place so great. So thank you for just folks that we get to serve with, but just it's such a strong part of this community. We've done, I feel like, a really good job of recognizing our Black leadership through the social media, not just on here, but through the city, the programming that's been done. It's just a really, really fantastic celebration. We should be celebrating this every month, but just want to make sure we call that out. And with that, we are adjourned at 8:10 p.m.